Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. This time we are looking at foam axe toss from MinnARK Sports. This is aimed at ages 3 and up, 2 players, and it's a very simplistic game of throwing foam axes. So inside we're going to find 2 foam axes, 1 folding game target, 1 suction cup hanger, and a game rules. So let's see what we have inside of this action-packed box set. It does not wish to open. The tape on this is really cheap, and so is the cardboard. Alright, not much to it. You got your foam axe here with the Velcro sticker. Pretty simplistic design. The foam is pretty thick. It is kind of heavy. This could hurt somebody. So if a kid throws it at another kid's head, it probably will hurt. Here's the how to play sheet, which is really straightforward. And obviously you need to hit the target with this area and hope that it sticks. Alright, that's actually a really big target. And it's got a big suction cup on it. This is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. A little bit of fuzz and lint on it. It's not bad quality, it's not the greatest, but it does fold up much like a photography reflector. So I'd be a little worried about this wearing out quickly on the edges and the metal poking out, but if you're just hanging it up and treating it reasonably well, it shouldn't be too big of a problem. Yeah, I would have to say this is fairly thin, but it's decent material. It's just very, very thin. If it was a little thicker, it would probably hold this better. But as you can see, laying down, it's fine. I don't know how well that's going to stick when this is hanging up, because this is so thin. You're going to want something that's not too hard as a backboard, because that might bounce the axes off. And the hanger area is not too bad. Suction cup's pretty nice, actually. It's kind of hard to screw those up, though. Alright, that is what is inside the foam axe toss game from 2021 from MinnARK Sports. There's not much to it. The pieces are pretty well constructed, except for the backing foam, I would say, is probably a little too thin, and you're going to want to figure out some way to make it so that the pieces don't bounce off of it. But I would also be a little more worried about the foam axes hitting someone with enough force to actually injure them. You're not going to break anything, but you could make some kid cry. So you probably want to be a little attentive to kids playing with these, so they don't start beating each other with them or throwing them at each other. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward, not a lot to it. Decent quality set. I wouldn't pay more than $5 or $6 for it, because it is hyper simplistic. Packaging is crap, so that's not going to hang around very long. And then the target itself is probably going to fall apart after a handful of decent uses. And I wouldn't leave it outside, because that target's definitely going to get destroyed. And the Velcro will probably come off of the axes. But it's okay for what you're getting. But like I said, I won't pay anywhere near $10 for it. 5 or 6 would be about the limit. But we've seen what is inside the package. You've heard my take on it. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.